All right. When you were solving equations, you had to get the variable by itself, right? Isolate the variable. And when you were doing equations, you got an answer like x equals a number, right? Well, that's what we had to do. We have to do here. But instead of doing it algebraically, which I don't know why we're not going to do it algebraically, because these are pretty easy to solve algebraically, we're going to do it by graphing. Now, think about this in algebraically. Look at number one, okay? Actually, algebraically is pretty easy. What did you do to solve for x here? You would have to undo the radical, so you would raise it to the power of 2, right? 2 cancels out the radical. I get x equals 2 squared, which is 4. Pretty easy, right? Well, we mathematicians like to make students' lives harder and more difficult, right? Okay, so what we're going to do is each one of these are a function. Okay, the square root of x is a function, and the number 2 is a function. Okay, we're going to graph each function. We're going to call this graph y1 equals the square root of x. This function is going to be y2, that's going to equal 2. Okay, we're going to graph each one, and where they intersect, that's the solution to our equation. Okay. We all know how to do y equals 2, right? It's a horizontal line. Here's 2. The horizontal line at y equals 2. That's y equals 2. In this case, y is 2. Yes, ma'am. This is a subscript 2. Oh, that's a y. Why don't you move closer? Well, that would work too if you had glasses on. Okay, so let me stop this for a sec. Okay, so here's my y equals 2 function. So now I have to graph the y1 equal the square root of x. Well, we all know how to do that now, right? We just spent 2 or 3 days on that. Put it in your calculators. In fact, this is our square root parent function, right? A graph starts at 0, 0. We have 1, 1, and 4, 2, right? You remember when we did this 2 days ago? Y equals the square root of x. I put in y equals square root of x, graph it, and then bring up your table, second graph. We know our starting point is 0, 0. So 0, 0. 1, 1. 4, 2. I'm going to draw my square root function. And what do you think our answer is? Should get the same answer as algebraically. The intersection, this intersection point is 4, 2, right? So x equals what? 4. See, isn't that funner than doing it algebraically? So much fun. It's visual. You guys like visual stuff. Listen, I'm already way ahead of some people as it is. So if I talk any faster, go any faster, I'll lose them. And that's the majority of the class. Okay. All right, number 2. Okay, I have to solve for x. Here's my y1 function. Here's my y2. y2. Y equals x. Does anybody know what line that is? Does anybody know what the line y equals x is? It becomes very famous after this course if you go on. 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, negative 1, negative 1, negative 2, negative 2, negative 3. So it's a line that actually bisects our graph diagonally. It's our y equals x line. That's that function. The other function, y equals square root of x plus 6. We're going to have to put that in our calculameters and graph it accurately. Square root of x plus 6, right? Graph it. Now we only need 3 points. Let's see what happens here. Where's my error? There they are. So I start at negative 6, 0. Negative 6, 0. Negative 5, 1. Negative 2, 2. Now it's getting closer to that line. I'm going to keep going. Maybe I'll get lucky and get an intersection point. Right there. Let's keep going a little bit. Oh, there's one. 3, 3. 3, 3. And look at that. I got an intersection point. So what's my solution to this equation? Well, x equals 3, right? Oh boy, let's do a cube root. Questions so far? It's yeah, x is the answer. You're going to end up with x equals a number. That's your solution. Okay. Number 3. Okay, here's my y1. Here's my y2. y2 is easy. See, negative 1. It's a horizontal line at negative 1. And I need to graph y equals cube root of x minus 2. Okay, plug that into your calculators. Everybody remember how to put it cube root in? Math, number 4 key, x minus 2. Graph it. We're going to need some good points. Hit the math key and the number 4 key. Okay, let's go to our table. Ooh, there's one right there. Negative 6, negative 2. Negative 6, negative 2. 1, negative 1. 1, negative 1. The table is second graph. 2, 0. 3, 1. And I bet you 10 is on there. 10 too. Graph this. What's my solution? What's the x coordinate of the intersection point? 1. This is so easy. I'm insulting your intelligence again, aren't I? I'm going to do number 4 and number 6, and then I'm done. Number 4. y1 equals the cube root of x. By the way, that's the parent function for the cube root, right? We did that. There's that y equals x line. So that's that diagonal line. Do you remember the cube root function? Remember what the numbers are? The points? 0, 0, 1, 1, 8, 2, negative 1, 1, and negative 8, negative 2. Okay, what's my solution here? What does x equal? 0 is one of them. Looks like I got 3 points on there. I have negative 1, so the x coordinate for that is negative 1. What else? Yeah, positive 1. Six. Oh, if you want to graph it, just put in the cube root of x. The cube root, hit the math key, and then hit the number 4. And then put in x, graph it. And then I got my points off the graph. But I remember what the points were from the other section. All right, the last one I'm going to do is number 6, because there seems to be some asterisks there. Okay, this is my y1. This is my y2. What's the line y equals 0? The x-axis. Good. Who said that? Good job, Nick. Kenny. Then I have to graph y equals the square root of x minus 4 plus 3. Okay, let's put that into our calculator. Let's see, the square root of x minus 4 and then plus 3. Okay, let's pick some numbers. Should be 4, 3 should be our HK. And it is. That's our starting point. Okay, 4, 3, 5, 4. Let me get one more. 8, 5. So what's my solution? There is none. Yeah, there's no intersection, so there's no solution. Any questions? Your practice work is going to be, you have 4 problems. That's it.